Hey everybody, I have made a new mini album. This is black and white paper that I've had laying around for a long time, and I decided it was time to do something with it. As we go along, I will tell you a little bit about how I built it and some of the things I did to embellish it with. The cover, this is making a memory box die cut out of foil tape, and the foil tape I found at Lowe's. I find it probably almost any hardware store. I loved it so much I went online and found a 4-inch version from Amazon that I can cut bigger embellishments from. These are from Michael's. They were in their big bins. I bought a bunch of them because that stuff, as you know, it comes and it goes, and once it's gone, it's generally gone for a long time. Again, this is all just foil tape cut with a die. It is adhesive on the back, so you peel off the adhesive. It's so easy to use, just so easy, but it can be fiddly. You got to be kind of careful because it's like dealing with aluminum foil. The flowers are just a basic 6-petal design. We've all seen the tutorials on how to do the roses. This is made from a really nice pliable paper I found again at Michael's. It's it's really textured, but it's more like natural paper. And unfortunately they only have it in black and red. I wish they had it in white so I could do much more with it. But there you go. The leaves are just these cut apart into individual petals. I built the flower and then I put on this liquid leaf, which I found at Walmart for something. I know it was less than $5. And they only had it in silver and gold, but you know, what the heck. I brushed it on with a Q-tip. It takes just the tiniest bit, so shake it up really well, dip it in lightly, and a very light hand. You can see here it went on really heavy, so I buried it a little bit. To make the leaves just the tiniest bit green, I don't know if you can tell or not, but after the silver leaf dried, I just rubbed it on straight on the pad of my peeled paint, and it just gave it a little bit of different color than the flowers around it. This is mostly leftovers from my jewelry box. Lost earring, but it's pretty cool. Looks really great on there. The necklace was broken, so I just chopped it up. A couple of little charms that I had purchased elsewhere. Now to put it together, I punched a hole, put in a eyelet, and then since these are ovals, I just squished one down really tight, and I pushed it through, and so it's a toggle. It's a bar. It's holding on by a bar, so it's in there really securely. I don't make jewelry, so I don't know all the terminology. On the inside, black and white. This is from a Laura Denison design. I don't remember which ones it's called. I think maybe it's Pickpocket, but I could be wrong because I have bought several of her patterns, and I just love them. Again, here is the embellishing. Is done with the foil tape. This is a ticket I did with the Tim Holtz ticket strip. I cut a whole strip of them. Before I took them apart, I took my ink applicator, put it in the soot, and of course you can do this with any color, whatever color you want your tickets, but I just gently pressed down to get the mottled look behind, and then I went around and did more around the edges. and then stamped it. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. It's a little envelope I cut from my Cricut. I go in and just search scallop, and it'll come up with just tons of scalloped edges for you. Tag. I did 4 tags, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. The background of this is done with a Recollection stamp I got on sale at Michael's, of course. The chair is from this set, and I don't know if this is a Recollections or an Ideology or what it is. I just don't remember, I'm sorry. But I got it at Michael's as well. Another tag. 2 envelopes. And I made the envelopes with the new envelope punch board from Memory Keepers. This is too cool. I am going to use this so much, especially since I make extra thick cards for families. Ugh, it's going to be great. You notice that the postage stamp, I printed postage stamps. I have a spouse who collects stamps, and he gets catalogs, so I scanned off some stamps that I thought the colors would go with this book, and then just printed them up, cut them out, put them on, used my little cancel stamp. Again, I think I got this from Michael's. And those came out too good. Didn't do a lot of fancy embellishing. The paper is really makes its own statement. So on the interior, a matte, and then I just edged with a Fiskars. What do they call this punch? Like double circles or something. Anyway, this is the punch I used for the edging. You'll see it throughout. I don't know what the matte punch is. I got it on eBay without a name. It comes in a set. It's nested. There's probably, I think there's 5 dies, maybe 4 all together, but it does this real pretty thing. But I really don't know who the manufacturer is. I'm sorry, girls and gentlemen, if there's any of you out there watching. My husband said, you know, men don't do this, and I had so much fun telling him he was so wrong. The tags are just plain black cardstock with the edge punch. This little tag I made the cover with the foil tape, and I cut out the shape, and then I went and I found an embossing folder. This is a Cuttlebug embossing folder. It's got all kinds of really cool words on it, and I found something that, you know, this would fit and have the whole word, and it ended up being special, so I just stuck it in there, ran it through the embosser, and it came out like this. It came out like this. It's really beautiful. So I just took the backing off and stuck it to the back side of one of the tags, and look at that. Too cool. And these little tags are made from a Tim Holtz Alterations Tiny Tabs and Tags. The same little flourish. You'll see this throughout to help keep continuity. Just plain simple tags in here. And again, the tabs are from that same die, Tiny Tabs and Tags. The background papers are a Recollections pad that I found months and months ago. Again, you know, black and white outside. It was just time to use this stuff up. This is another Memory Keepers die. It was longer, and I just cut off the ends to make it fit. And the same thing inside. These tags are, again, simple, and this is from the same tiny tabs and tags. But to put the word on the inside, this is single-sided cardstock. To get, you know, I bought it, had no real idea what I was going to do with it, and then just, you know, it's been sitting there, and I decided, well, it is time to do something with this. I'll do a black and white. Now, to make these little, I found these online. They are just amazing. They're tiny. I would like a set, you know, a couple of font sizes larger, but these are perfect for this little stuff. And you can see here I put 3 together on the tag to make it, you know, a little more interesting and to take up the space. I know they're black, but you know, if I wanted a different color, I could emboss this pretty wet ink on there. Same motif as before. Didn't change out how I did anything. Again, here's that cut down die with made with the foil tape. Not much different. The back here, as you can see, I just made a nice big journaling spot. Inside, this is mostly Tim Holtz stamps over this background stamp. I stamped the background, then with what is it? Weathered wood is the gray color, and then I clear embossed it, and then I stamped the birds and the floral, I call them weeds, and that is, the weeds are from this, and this I got at Michael's. Again, I just do not know the brand. The birds come from the Tim Holtz Journey set. This is just a little mini book that goes on the inside. It's another one I did with my Cricut. Again, I put in scallop, and it ended up with this scallop card, which is just fabulous. To get it to punch the holes on both sides, I just flipped it over, copied it and flipped it over, and welded it together, and it cut the holes on both sides. I bound it with a ribbon. See, I punched it in the center and put a piece of sheer ribbon on there and gave it a tie. I had a lot of fun with this album. It was a lot of fun. Here's 2 more tags. And I love Laura's designs. She makes such great bases for you to build upon. That's it. Another one done.